Hi everyone and welcome back. In today's video I would like to kind of give an overview of what is in my backpack on a day-to-day basis now as a university student, and link it back to what I had when I was in high school, which was, believe it or not, only a year ago. Crazy, I know. Time passes. So, just the usual pre-video disclaimer. I cannot see what's going on in the camera. I hope to goodness there aren't any really unflattering angles of me or my face right now, but if there are, there's nothing I can really do about it, so please just bear with me. So I'm gonna remember where I put this down. Here, camera is moving, is a picture or a photo / panning down of my school bag. It is blue for any blind people watching, and it is Kipling. I don't know if you can see from that tiny clip. I have picked it up. I think it's not on camera. Maybe if it's not in camera, then I'm not either. Oh, I think that's slightly better. I don't know. It moved and I moved, so hopefully I think that's good. I think it should be okay now. I think the easiest way I can do this, because I can't really, I don't know what you're seeing right now, is I'm going to open this up. You get a first-hand look of what's in there. I haven't pre-gamed, I haven't checked this. This is just in its purest form of what I carry around with me on a daily basis. Today's feeling surprisingly light. It's usually heavier. So first up, we have my water bottle. For any blind people, it is purple and a metal water bottle with a kind of plastic lid with a locking mechanism. Nothing too interesting. I stay hydrated, you know, always good. Then I have my Braille note taker, which is the Braille Sense 6, and it looks something like this. It's kind of slightly smaller than an iPad. It's quite thick. It's got a shiny kind of top to it, and the usual Braille keyboard with other buttons everywhere. So this is what I take to class with me regularly. I will make a longer video of kind of all of my technology and stuff I have in kind of using, rather all the technology I use at university, but that will come later. And then along with the note taker, I obviously have a power bank. I think she's purple, I don't know. It doesn't matter too much to me as long as it's not, I don't know, fused green or something. But it has wireless charging. It had a ring, like a foam ring on top, but it came off. And it has 4 wires that come out from the back like that. This is an absolute lifesaver. I would not survive without it. So I'm gonna set it aside. I'll do an overall kind of panning shot of everything that there is at the end. Then, as anyone who lives in Scotland, especially where I live right now, knows, an umbrella is invaluable. This is the umbrella. I don't know, again, what you're seeing, but hopefully there's something. It is not the best umbrella. It's kind of embarrassing looking that there are these lovely bunny ears on top. I don't use it that often. I usually lend it out to other people, which means I've had other people just walk around town with my umbrella, which is quite funny. Because again, not the most mature design we can find, but since I have a younger sibling and I can't see what's going on, she would want the most aesthetic looking umbrella we have. Anyway, so all of this I showed before is similar to what I had in high school, all apart from the Braille note taker, which is a recent kind of thing I got once I moved to university. In high school, I had a laptop, which it was mainly the school laptop, so I can't really show that to you right now. And this, whoops, sending things flying. And this Braille note taker, which is the Focus 40, which isn't really a note taker, it's more like a Braille display. It doesn't really work without a connection to something else. So that's it. Wait, I don't know if I showed it to you properly. I'll just hold it up for a sec. I don't know what's going on. So that's one difference between now and high school. But then, what else is there? I don't know what's in here. I have a vague idea, but I have 2 emergency kits. In high school, everything was kind of merged into one. In fact, I had it. Let's see if I can find the bag I had in high school. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm delving into a drawer for anyone who is wondering. It is absolute wreck, so I will try not to show too much of it on camera. I have many hobbies and projects that I would like to start and not finish, so there is stuff everywhere. No, it's hidden somewhere. Oh well, maybe next time. Basically, that was just one of the small Kipling kind of purses that I had everything in high school. Now this is my kind of more. Where's the camera? This is my kind of more. What's the word? Non-stationary, just day-to-day emergency kit. It's thick. So, opening this up. I just keep putting things in. I never actually look at what's in there. I have some mints. I used to eat these more often. I don't anymore because they can give you migraines. Let's see what kind they are. I think these are strawberry. They smell like strawberry. If they're not strawberry, then something has happened and things are breeding and it's producing that scent. I should probably contact the science department to get it looked at if that's the case. So mints. I'll set some of the stuff aside and I'll put back into this kit at the end because otherwise it's going to be an absolute mess. I have my hand sanitizer. No fancy Touchland or anything like that. Just plain alcohol. One of my VI teachers, so teachers who work with blind kids, gave this to me when I was in first year of high school. For Christmas, because there was an ongoing joke between the two of us that I always was kind of very clean. I didn't like to touch banisters and stuff because this is pre-COVID. I was in high school starting 2019, so it was just before COVID. How ironic that I got this for Christmas of 2020. Anyway, it's very distinctive. I know if somebody steals it from me because it's a flat bottle and you don't really find those that often. So that's been with me for 6 years, still holding up strong. Then I have a hand cream. It's just Morrison's. Yeah, nothing too special. I have another one that I use more often than this one, but I don't know where I put it, so I've reverted. This is a lip oil. I don't use it hugely often, to be honest. I just keep adding stuff to my emergency kit. I never take anything out, so that's something. It's very oily, surprisingly enough, but not in a nice way. So then I have a half packet of mini wet wipes. They're just kind of for spot cleaning, not for the wet wipes themselves are actually quite big. They're just kind of compacted into this little packet. And then I have a cable. This is just USB-C generalized, came with my headphones. I have so many of them, I just keep one around in case I need it. And then we have my heavy duty lip balm. I don't know what this is called. Again, just check it. Whenever I reach out like that, it's just to check the camera alignment. Not that that's gonna do anything. But anyway, this was from Boots. It's just a kind of tube of, it's like Vaseline but stronger. I used to have quite bad chapped lips, still kind of do, when I was younger, so this was a lifesaver. And then I have this. I don't actually know what this is. I don't know why it's there. I think it's this way up. It might be an eyebrow gel. I don't use it. I just put it in here apparently. Okay. We just won't question it. Then I have a pen. You may ask, why does a blind person need a pen? It's for me to sign stuff with, or for sighted people to sign stuff with. So that's one thing. To be honest, this should be in my stationery kit. I'll need to put it back with the other stuff. What have I not put? Oh, this is my exceptionally fancy lip balm. I think it's the Dior's Addict Lip Glow or something. My mom gave this to me for Christmas, so I better appreciate it and use it wisely because it is expensive. This is a very special occasions thing for me, and keeping it in the lip balm, I can show you the color. Keeping it in the emergency kit looks like that, don't know how much you can see, keeping it in there is just easier for me because I may not lose it. If anyone knows me in real life, they know that as soon as I put something down, it's gone. I have lost it, which is just great. What else? I have a few sweets just randomly. I get low blood sugar sometimes, mainly also because I don't eat breakfast, but that's a different thing. These are just Chinese sweets. There's sutang, which is like a kind of, it's like a peanut-ish sweet, and then heitankwame, which is like a brown sugar and plum blossom, I think my friend said. So I have got a few of those in there. I've got 2 doses of paracetamol in little sections like that. They were joined together 10 minutes ago, but I realized they were literally barely holding on, so I just broke them apart. And then this is it's like a nose inhaling thing. I don't know what it's called in English. It's like a tube and it smells like peppermint apparently. I have never used it. I bought it in China, thinking I would get sick last winter, but evidently being out of high school and away from teenagers who do not know about hand washing has done me some good because I've barely been sick this winter. What else have I missed? Within this emergency kit, there are also origami paper. That's one of my hobbies. I used to do it more than I do now, but it's good to know I have some on hand. I forgot I put some in here. I have more on a shelf above my head right now, but we will not pan up to that because it's an absolute wreck, like the most of my life. Anyway, then I have some band-aids or plasters, as is called in the UK. I should have 2 in there. I only see 1, metaphorically. I need to either find the one I can't find right now. Oh, found it. Here, 2 plasters, looking like that. Just normal plasters, nothing too interesting. Good for a pinch. I need to restock that soon because I like to have the mini plasters and the giant ones as well. So I'll do that after I finish recording this. So I'm just going to quickly pop these back in. I suppose I can do a quick pan over of like everything that's there. So this is my kind of cosmetic, personal-ish emergency kit. I think you can see this, maybe. Very questionable. And right now all you can see is my hand, sorry. Here we are, I think we're back. Again, I'm so sorry if the camera is not pointed right, but I don't know what's going on. So, oops, domino effect, everything is falling. Just gonna quickly cram everything back in here. And then we move on. Oh, leave the pen out because I will need to put it away. Delve back into the school bag. This is my stationery slash bigger emergency kit where everything that didn't fit in the first one goes in. So we have the aforementioned pen, which is still here. We have the interior looks like that. Nothing too interesting. I think this one has pandas on it, if I'm not mistaken. We got it at a Chinese New Year thing that my family went to. Was it last year or the year before? Last year, I think. Was it this year? No, it was last year. See, I'm losing track of the days already. Dementia is coming. So we have the glue stick. It is big, but if it doesn't go in here, it will go missing. So then it gets a bit more interesting. We have, I think we should have 2 pencil sharpeners. I saw one earlier today. I do not know where I put it. Maybe, hopefully in here. If not, I have this big one, or bigger one. It doesn't work too well. It's kind of annoying. But again, it's just, my younger sister had it. She didn't want it, so I took it. Because I like to have something for my sighted hearers or helpers. Then you have a signature guide. This is not normal for a high school emergency kit. I've had this in all of what I had in the last emergency kit, or most of it, as well as what I'll be about to show you. I also had it with me in high school. So this is for blind people to sign a signature. As you can see, or maybe not see, I don't know. Where's the camera? Sorry. Looks like that. There's like a little kind of hole. You put that onto the paper with some sighted assistance and you sign with a pen kind of within that gap. I have a modified one because normally you don't get such a long space to sign your signature, but I honestly don't know where that one is. No, it's here. There we go. My dad, oops, stuck to my hand. I don't know what fell. Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later. So my dad just taped some cardboard or something onto this, so it's a smaller space and it's more like what you actually, you know, have to sign your name in normally on forms and stuff. So that's that. And then the thing that came flying out of my backpack because it couldn't wait for its turn is, well, another piece of origami paper. Why is there so much of it? And post-its, either for just sighted people writing a quick note here and there. They're just rectangular post-its. Oops, falling. That, you know, nothing spectacular. Let's see what else. Ah, yes, I have some. I have a single, like a big wet wipe in a plastic bag. I think I got this off a flight at some point. But it's just, again, so I don't have to crack open the smaller wet wipes. This is like an all-in-one. It's quite big. A big emergency spillage, you know. I used to have like 5 or 6 of these, but slowly I would hand them out or use them myself and they would dwindle. So I have one left. And this is, oh, why does it look like that? It's like, it's been through some stuff. Anyway, what it's supposed to be is a single-use heat pad for the time of the month or really anything you need it for. This thing, when you open the packet, there's like a sticker on the back and it sticks onto clothing. You can put it like on your stomach, and then when you peel off the adhesive, it starts, there's like a chemical reaction thing and it heats up. And it lasts for a good like 11-12 hours, so it's good. I haven't had to break one out yet, but you never know, and if any of my friends need, you know, something like that, then I can give it to them. What else is in here? This one I'm trying not to lay out too much because it's kind of just stuff everywhere. I should have a USB stick. I think I left it at home last weekend, so that's problematic. But I do have a little container with an SD card. That's for the Braille Sense. It takes an SD card, and this is just a backup. It's just it's the original one that came with it, I think, or maybe it was the one that came with my Orbit reader, which is like an older Braille note taker, but it's smaller in storage, so I just have it in case my main one kind of gives up the ghost, which I hope it wouldn't because all of my files are on there and I would hate to lose them. So, oh yes, I found it. This is my mini pencil sharpener. It is small. It works better than the big one, surprisingly enough. It makes these really curly pencil sharpenings. I don't know what's up with that. So that's something. And then I should have my eraser in here somewhere. Yes, it is here. See, I don't look in here, but I vaguely know what I put in there. It's just a heart-shaped one. Again, I'm not going to use it, so like it's just there in case someone else needs it. I used to have pencils in here. I don't know what happened to my pencils. I need to get some more. Yes, and you're probably thinking, what's this thing? This is just for girls, time of the month stuff, you know. Nothing too impactful. So I think that's everything in this one. Because I didn't dump it all out, I can't be 100% sure, but I don't remember anything else being in here. So, let me just, this one never closes properly, and it looks like that. again, really odd shape and really chunky. I don't know what's going on with it, but oops, some signature guides are still on the table. I'll put this away. So then, let's see what else is in here. I'll leave that on the desk. Backpack is looking pretty empty. I feel something. What is it? I have a nail file. It's just one of the cheap ones that you can use as just a touch up. It comes in a case, which is good because I don't want the grit everywhere. Again, like a lot of this stuff is like not just for backpack use, but like daily use in general. But if I put it down anywhere else, it will go missing and then we'll have problems. I have my wallet, which looks like that. It's just a redly, I think, thing. Oops, holding it upside down. I have, what else? I have a micro USB lead. This should have been plugged into my charging station. I will take it out of my backpack and plug it in later. I have a mini fan which I use in here because it's so warm sometimes, and the micro charges it, so it's just that. Anyway, after going on several tangents, what else do I have in here? This backpack I don't like as much as my old one, which is the same brand but older. I used it for 9 years before I switched over to this one. The only reason I switched is because literally the zip started separating from the other end, which is like not ideal at all. Because goodness knows I have enough expensive technology to not have it going everywhere and falling onto the floor. I have a dice. I don't know why I have a dice. It's a tiny dice. Don't even ask. I don't know. I think I pulled this from a Christmas cracker years ago. I know it's the same one because there's a random notch at one of the corners here. I don't know if anyone can see that. Anyway, it'll just live in here if it hasn't gotten lost since being carried around with me for years. I guess it's not going anywhere anytime soon. I have my backup headphones because I left the house this morning. These are the Redmi Bud 4s, and in fact, I was about to leave the house this morning and I realized I couldn't find my normal headphones. I grabbed these. Sorry, my phone is talking. I don't know if you can hear that. And I just... It's telling me where to point the camera. You get it to be quiet. Come on. Yeah, we'll leave it. Hopefully the camera angle is okay still. But yeah, my backup headphones are in this drawer because I don't need to come to school with me. And I have my normal headphones over here. These are the Redmi Bud 5s. They look like that. And they should be connected to my phone, which I'm going to do now. For future reference, if you see me with an earbud in my ear when I'm recording, it's so that I can hear the phone, but you guys can't. So I can control it to stop and start recordings. What else is there? There is a couple more of those sweets. I have my student ID. I'm not gonna show it just because it has like personal-ish information. It's in like a little card holder like that. Yeah, nothing interesting. And then I have keys for my accommodation, just standard my house keys, which again I'm not sure what's on them. You can have a look at my earrings, but I'll obscure the keys. There we are. There's like a card thing as well. Here you go. That was a gift from one of my friends. It's a book club keychain, I think. Maybe it's supposed to be this way up. I don't know. It's cool, but whatever it is. And it's on my keychain. I think that leads us to the end of today's video. I will... Why are my signature guides still here? Okay, whatever. They can stay here for now. I'm going to move the camera so you can all see kind of like a basic summary of what's in there. And here we go. I think that's everything. I don't know. It's kind of messy, but I'll clean it up later. But that's pretty much everything that is in my backpack. I don't think I've missed anything. It's pretty empty now. Just things I took out and kind of put back in because I will lose them if I don't do that. So thank you for listening to or watching this chaotic rendition of my school bag unpacking or packing, whatever you want to call it. Again, if anyone has any ideas of things they want to know or suggestions about how I can improve my camera pointing skills, leave it in the comments. But otherwise, I will see you guys next time.